Gani. I'm Energy, and I'm standing here with the founder of Better From Life. That's right, Malik Ahmed, who is also a newfound author, and he's standing right here with me to talk about his book that he just released this year, From Projects to the Pyramids. Hi, Malik.
Hello, Sister Energy. I am so happy to be here.
I'm happy that you're here.
Yeah.
So we are participating this year with the virtual Kwanzaa Holiday Expo for Better Family Life. And you are featuring your amazing book. Can you tell our family at home that is looking forward to supporting you this upcoming holiday season what your book is all about and why? Why should they take your book home?
The book is about my life and my journey. It has been one of the most fascinating journeys that anyone can go on. Coming out of the projects in New York City and Harlem and growing up in a time when activism and international development and community development and Black pride was really first germinating across America. Harlem was the epicenter of that. So the book goes into all of what that experience was like. What was it like coming out of a family that had such rich history, first in Alabama. There's some talk about my great-grandfather, who was one of the 110 people that was on the last slave ship called the Clotilda.
Wow.
That's now a international phenomenon. Research is being done all over the world. I devote a whole chapter to that. But it talks about this connection of Alabama, New York, St. Louis, going back to the continent of Africa, living in Mali for 3 years, and getting all of the sources of what a better family life looks like and feels like. So the book itself is a journey, and it's not just my personal journey, it's a journey, an odyssey of Black people. And that's what I had in mind. I was thinking about our people, that my history is very similar to your history, it's very similar to our audience history. It's a typical Black story, and it's a Black success story. And that's what I get so much pleasure out of. We don't read too many Black success stories. This is a Black success story from day one, even though there was something devious that occurred at the beginning of the book. But I learned it was a great, valuable lesson. It's like so many Black youth go through changes that become life-altering. And almost every experience that I had from the beginning of this book to the very end of the book was life experiences that all gave me the grounding of the understanding that helped create better family life, but more importantly, that helped create a mindset that Kwanzaa is so much a part of.
Absolutely.
This book is a validation of the relevancy of Kwanzaa.
Without a doubt. So self-defining moments that helped you get to where you are today, with not only being a first-time author, but also being the founder of Better Family Life, the Cultural Arts Center that has been impacting so many lives. So not even just an autobiography, but a historical reference that ties in all these different points of history, our history.
Yes.
And so speaking of our history and speaking of Kwanzaa, which is an amazing celebration, there's so many beautiful principles that Kwanzaa embodies. What principle in particular do you think your mission behind producing your book speaks to?
I think the greatest principle that it speaks to is the principle of unity. Unity of the family, the community, the nation, and the race. Without unity, we cannot do anything. One of the things that the enslavement trade did and the suppression of Black rights and the oppression of Black people and the scattering of Black people, it made us feel that we were alone in the world and that we could never do anything together. This book is one of the examples of what can be done together. one of the beautiful things of the unity that I talk about in this book is the unity of a community. That, one of the beautiful things about Black people is that all of us come out of real communities that had real extended families, and that the whole community was one extended family, that parents and elders looked out for children and helped guide children. And that was the base and the foundation of my family, that then extended to the community, that it then extended to a community organization, and then extended to a movement. So that this book is a blueprint for how movements can be successful, which is all principled in the idea of unity. That we've got to be able to bring diverse minds together and agree on what we have in common, and to create a common bond of those things that we have on common in order to get some things done for our people.
Without a doubt. And you cannot have community without unity.
That's right.
So what's so significant about this year, outside of us just doing this virtual expo, is that Better Family Life is actually celebrating how many years now doing the Kwanzaa Expo?
37 years of doing the Kwanzaa Holiday Expo and Kwanzaa in general. The foundation of Better Family Life is built on those 7 principles. And so we are so thankful that we had the mindset 38 years ago to think in terms of culture as the foundation of a community, the way a community celebrates itself, the way a community defines itself, the way a community speaks for itself, all are embedded in the principles of Kwanzaa.
Absolutely. So whether this is your first time celebrating Kwanzaa or your 37th time celebrating Kwanzaa with us at Better Family Life, please do not forget to continue to support these amazing efforts of all of our featured vendors and all of our featured businesses that have decided to be a part of this year's amazing virtual expo. And you can take a piece of this history. You can actually order a piece of this history. Where can they find your book, actually?
Well, first of all, let me just say this about why this Kwanzaa is so important. Because every year, Better Family Life have celebrated the principle of Ujamaa. As most people know, Ujamaa means cooperative economics. It is so important, especially during this pandemic, that we find ways to support Black businesses. Black businesses are hurting bad. The Black organizations are hurting bad. Black organizations need financial support. Better Family Life needs financial support. All of the businesses that we contact and we come in contact with each and every day and every year, they need support. So by you being able to support not only my book and the merchandise, you are helping support Black businesses. We used to always say, buy Black during this holiday season, because this is the time when more money leaves the Black community than any other time during the year, and we don't get much back. So imagine if we can get people to buy Black, buy books. It's important to read, buy merchandise, buy anything, go to restaurants and markets, wherever Black folks are selling, so that those dollars that's going to be leaving can wind up coming back. So the Kwanzaa Holiday Expo is that time of us encouraging people to buy Black during the holiday season. I'm hoping that we can make this book a #1 seller, because if we can do that, we can put Better Family Lives all over the country within a matter of a short period of time. If we had the support. See, we have got to stop thinking that corporations are going to support us. We've got to create the mechanisms where we can get the financial support we need from our people. And we've got to spread this, and this is why this is a wonderful experience of going virtual this year, because now we are opening ourselves up to a much bigger audience. It's an international audience. And certainly if we can prove that this can work, then we can launch other businesses throughout the year on the same concept that we are launching this virtual Kwanzaa Holiday Expo.
Yes, and not even just Better From Your Life across the country, but all over the world.
All over the world, globally. And that's the goal that I have in mind. I think that the whole world would recognize that it needs a better family life. In short, better family life just really is 3 words, and it really just means I love you. Yes.
So where can they find your book? Where can they order your book?
The book can be found on Amazon.com. You can easily find it, just Amazon.com. From the Projects to the Pyramid, it pops up just like that. Or they can come here to Better Family Life and get the book at 5415 Page Boulevard. Or they can go to Progressive Emporium Bookstore, which is on North Taylor. And we're launching a new website called Melanin Treasures, and they can find it on that particular website as well. So there's a number of places, and in 2020, I'm hoping to get it in Barnes & Noble as well as some of the other stores around the country.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, well, we are all looking forward to the amazing support that is going to come out of this year's virtual Kwanzaa Holiday Expo. And we're just going to continue to encourage you all to continue to shop and show love to our featured businesses as well as any other businesses that are going to be having those amazing holiday deals.
And let me just also end with this, that this is the holiday season. We're in a pandemic. This is an excellent book to give as a gift,
yes,
because once you start reading it, you won't be able to put it down. And I would love for thousands of books to be sold during this Kwanzaa holiday season and then throughout 2020 and beyond.
Yeah.